Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Okay, so today's message is about being kind versus being nice. So, this is something that I had to learn from the bottom and literally grow into it because okay, so this is how I view it. So being nice to me is always keeping a sort of peace versus actually expressing the true emotion of what you really would rather do or rather say or prefer not to say or prefer to not to do. And I feel being kind is more from a soul perspective of like it's just like your core. You're naturally a kind person. You would never want anything wrong to happen to another individual on purpose, and you would help someone if you truly had the energetic bank to do so. If you see a old lady crossing the street, you will help her. You see her bags fall and a bunch of oranges are rolling all across the parking lot, you'll help her go grab them. Versus like you have to go out your way to be nice to every single person, even if that person's tone, energy, something of the sort does not go well with you and initially triggers you or make you feel like something's off. I think that being kind is more suited for, an individual that just knows automatically that they are just not going to be someone with malicious intent and that's just not how they operate, but they are not going to be nice just because it needs to make somebody else feel good. It needs to make somebody else feel worthy because nobody else can make you feel worthy but yourself. So half the time when you're being nice, it's a form of people pleasing. I can't even talk. Half the time when you're being nice, it's a form of people pleasing. So when you're people pleasing, you're technically not really like operating out of alignment because you're not really doing what you really want to do. Because why would you want to please people versus pleasing yourself first? It's not a selfish thing to please yourself before you wake up every morning pleasing others. And there's nothing wrong with helping others. There's nothing wrong with being kind to others. But I don't think that you have to kind of like suffocate your true intention, your true emotions, I would say, your true emotions about something when you don't feel like doing it. I think half the time people are nice because they rather keep the peace. And I don't think that the peace should be kept if it's not benefiting both parties or the whole group. If everyone individually are at peace with any decision that goes on in that situation, then everybody is being kind to each other. But when you're being nice to each other, are you keeping up a facade? Are you wearing a mask? Are you trying to make somebody think that you are something that you're not? Because that's where we fall into a slippery slope. So I don't truly like to be nice to anyone because I don't think anyone deserves a natural, just nice card from you. I am a naturally kind person, but I am not a naturally nice person because I feel like you have to have certain guards around your heart as a person, not a bitterness, not being a what is the word? Not being in a traumatic POV moving forward in life, but more as in like you have a guard that keeps you aware what to or who to give that side to. So yeah, I hope that message was clear. I feel like I was all over the place, but for the most part, I just prefer to just be yourself, of course, and just to be honest with how you're feeling. I don't like the nice notion because I'm just not that person. I'm a little bit more of a tougher cookie. I'm someone that don't allow bullshit, and I just rather, of course, if you know how to present yourself professionally, you are always going to be kind to the professionals in your environment, but there are some professionals that don't deserve much more than a hello and a goodbye. So you have to be super aware of how you filter these things out. It's all part of the process of critical thinking and learning, you know, the tuning in of your energies and what works for you and who works for you. But yeah, hopefully that message helps you think a little bit about how you've been operating, if you're operating out of your niceness or if you're operating out of kindness. Okay? So yeah. I'll see you guys later. Talk to you later. Bye.